Oh, beautiful America, home of the rippling Blue Ridge Mountains that seem to stretch into eternity, towering red rocks that reach into the clouds, imposing grandeur of the Rocky Mountains that takes your breath away, enormous arches that wind has carved out over millions of years. I feel very fortunate to have been born and raised in the United States, a place where I grew into a woman, I found love, and I was able to raise my family. I'm fortunate enough to be able to have traveled around the United States, living full-time in an RV, from the deserts of the Southwest to the lush green forest of the Appalachian Mountains, falling in love with the people and the places along the way. There will always be a place in my heart for the USA, but it's time to leave and begin a new chapter in my life. Not all who wander are lost. As many of you know, my daughter is a professional ballerina in Munich, Germany, and has lived in Europe since 2017. My son lives in Costa Rica, where he has started his own little family and has been there for several years now. And our youngest daughter has recently graduated high school, moved out, and started university. It seems like in a blink, I'm suddenly an empty nester. Unfortunately, I can't expect my children to come home every Sunday for dinner because they live so far away, all over the world in different countries, and I don't see that ever changing. For the past several years, it's been really difficult to spend time and build a bond with my children and now my grandchildren, because I want to see them and spend more time with them than just a week of vacation once a year. My relationship with my children is the most important thing to me. And I want to be present in their life. I want to be able to go to my daughter's performances and be there when my grandchildren walk and explore and play. And I want to be able to celebrate my youngest daughter's wins. More than anything, I want to be more of a presence in my children and my grandchildren's lives. In order to have the ability to see my children more, my husband and I have decided to leave the United States and live nomadically around the world so that we can spend more time with each kid. We're fortunate because my husband and I both work remotely, which is very flexible, so we can still earn a living while we travel. And living minimally over 15 years now has definitely allowed us the flexibility and freedom to live any kind of lifestyle we choose. But moving around often requires us to be incredibly light and mobile. So we got rid of everything we own, except what would fit into a couple of suitcases, which turned out to be far more difficult than I thought. I will leave a link down below of the video that details what it was like for us to get rid of everything. Because we have no destination in mind, we didn't pack any boxes. And because we don't have intention of living in the United States again, we didn't keep a storage unit. Everything we own is with us right now. We carefully chose everything we needed to live and to work, giving ourselves the allowance of one carry-on each and then sharing together one larger suitcase. Before heading out of the country, we are making the rounds, visiting family and friends one last time. And so begins the revolving doors of Airbnbs and temporary housing around the world. Living nomadically requires extreme adaptability on our part because no temporary living is going to be perfect, although they usually do have some very unique positives about them. This RV isn't a large space, but it's located near a state park. Regardless of the temporary home, I try to stick to my routine, finding a spot to practice yoga. Outside among nature is always my favorite place. And making whatever the space is fit our needs to work and live as comfortably as possible. It's a good thing my husband and I love one another because our space is a bit tight. I have loved raising my children, but I am so excited to begin this new chapter with my husband and in our life. There is something so romantic about embarking on the unknown and to be able to have these experiences and challenges with each other. There is something really bonding about having to rely on each other to help support and navigate this uncharted life that we are starting. Life is a series of events and experiences, and not all experiences are great or even good. But from every experience I have, I can grow and learn. The world is so big, and it's filled with various cultures, people, and history. I am humbled by how little I know about the world I live in. I am beginning this adventure with a childlike spirit, thirsty to learn from all the people I encounter along the way. Our experiences shape who we are. I begin this journey in the hopes that I will become a more compassionate, educated, tolerant woman along the way. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate all of your support. I invite you to please click subscribe and follow along my journey. Have a beautiful day, my friends.